Welcome back to another video. This week's video, I am going to take you guys around the snake room, give you guys a look at some of our adult breeding plans for this winter. We have a very limited amount of animals here. The area that I work in is very small. This is far from a reptarium or a reptile zoo. We have a very limited budget. We keep it small. It stays within my control or my assistant's control. I try not to outgrow this area. I could actually fill all of this, but then I feel like maybe the upkeep is going to get a little bit too much for me. So we just work with a limited amount of stuff. So I'm going to take you guys around the room. I'm going to show you guys all of our breeder animals that we're going to try to breed this winter. So let's get into it. Before I get into all the tropical species that we work with, that we specialize in, that we really like, I am breeding corn snakes here. These animals I am going to be putting down for their brumation. They're going to disappear for about 3 months. So they've been fed their last meals already, and they will be starting to cycle down in temperatures here pretty soon. And they will kind of disappear from this room for about 3 months or so. I'll show you guys just a couple of the other ones. I have some really cool animals actually. Most of this is for the retail market in Malaysia, and the male in my right hand is already starting to get excited because he senses a female. I can feel him. He's starting to like jut around and do that I'm excited clubrid thing. But anyway, beautiful stuff, you guys. Let me show you guys the bull snakes. They're actually kind of impressive. And then we will get into the DMexotics specialty stuff. So these are our bull snakes. The male is just amazing looking, but he's deep in shed. But just one of the pairs. I have an additional female, so we'll be putting these guys together and see what happens. At least as babies, these guys are really big and kind of impressive. So I don't know if we're going to be having these animals like at next summer's expos or not. Maybe not, I'm not sure. But our primary focus at this point is to satisfy the retail market in Malaysia. But pretty albino bulls should make some beautiful babies. They're proven breeders, so why not? So we also have the pair of king rat snakes. This is the female that arrived not too long ago. She is a captive bred 2016 animal, and she is a proven breeder. So I'll show you the male next. He is not huge, but these are mature animals, and we are going to give them a little cool down and hope for babies, you guys. Hope for some eggs. But she's really pretty. And let me get the male. So this is the boy. He's a little nervous, but also very pretty. I just like the normals, you guys, more than the morphs of these. Just think they're so pretty. Yeah, the crow likes it too. So I just fed these guys. I am going to put this dude back, let him digest his meal. But nice demeanor for king rats for sure. So I'm going to show you guys just real quick my little homemade system that I came up with. So I have the female cages. They have a pink card. The males have a blue card. Same with some of the big boxes in the back of the room. So for example, if this female blanding eye is going to spend the night or a week with a male, then these cards follow wherever they go. And the dates will be recorded when the animals have been paired, and then when they're separated back, the cards will follow, and you know, maybe the male will go to visit this female, so we'll do like that. And that's how we'll keep track of everything. And again, I'll be able to reference the dates so I can sort of get a timeline as to what's going on. So 3.3 blanding eye, Blanding's tree snakes, Toxicodryas blanding eye. So I have the big captive bred female that's going into shed, so that's not exciting. I have from a previous video, this is the one that took the face shots at me, and I kind of just don't want to disturb them. Here's another female, and then I have a male here, and I have 2 more smaller males in the back. So we intend on pairing all 3 pairs, and then hopefully we have some good luck. Moving down, I have my 2 male Boiga melanota, my Malaysian mangrove snakes. They are here. So in here, I think he might be going into shed. I can't remember. Are you going into shed? Let's see. No, he's not. He's just hanging out. I don't want to do this video and not show you guys any snakes. So this is one of my big male breeders. So hopefully if he does his thing, we'll be passing on some like giant genes to those babies. So they may have some potential to get really big. So that is one of my males. And he's really docile. He's a really nice animal. And then also from a previous video, my low pattern male, I put with one of my females. So this is that male. And I'm probably going to give this male priority in breeding just because I like the aberrant kind of low pattern that he displays. So I've shown him before, but this is that guy. So I just like the low pattern of him. I think he's already done his job with one of my females, and I'll show you her in a minute. I actually put her with him on video because I felt follicles in the female. So I have her separated right now, but she's been spending a couple nights at a time with him. So let me show you her. I have 2.2. And she's sitting on the heat nice and warm. But when I stretch her out, you guys will be able to kind of see what's going on. I think we're good to go. She's very distended, and I think he's done his thing. So feeling for follicles, I always talking about that. It's best when they're moving through your hands. I've covered this before, but I like it when they just cruise through and you can feel. And I counted like 6 or 7 big lumps before. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you guys, she's going in right now. I just palpated her and I feel follicles. So she's going in right now and we'll see what happens. I had a feeling, I've been watching her, but now I think that the eggs may have already formed. So what happens is when you have smaller follicles, when they're like this size, you can feel them as the animals are going through your fingers. But at some point, the eggs become shelled and they develop into like full-on eggs, and the roundness, they push into each other and they flatten out. And then when you're trying to palpate, you can no longer feel the lumps. It just feels like one long sausage. And that's because the eggs are like pushed into each other and they're like flat, so you can't feel the bumpiness. But I think she's a done deal. The other female, no. I don't think, well, I could try for follicles now. Let's see. See what we feel going on with her. Okay, sorry to disturb you. Go back. And no, I don't feel any follicles yet. So just that other female. So that is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. What else? So we're doing the 3.3 blanding eye, the 2.2 melanota. In here I have more of the Papuensis. So we are going to be trying to breed, let's see, that's my proven male, he's in shed. I am going to try to take him to this little young female that has not been bred yet. So that would be unrelated babies, sort of. It would share the same male, but different female. So at least we will be crossing up the bloodlines a little bit. And then I have another male. So I have another male, and all four of these are unrelated to each other. So I am going to be trying to breed this male to the proven female, which is here. So she's the one that laid eggs for us this year. So I'm going to be using a new male or a different male to her. And then hopefully that will happen as well. And then we should be off for some nice diverse bloodlines, some nice healthy stock. And then we'll just kind of make plans as we go when we finally figure out what's going on, what we've accomplished or whatever. So that's cool. And we have the card systems here in place, so we'll be doing the exact same thing. I have the 1.3 Aesculapian snakes down here. They will be brumated. Oh, you shed, didn't you? They will be brumated along with the corn snakes, so we'll give that a try. I think they're big enough. We'll see. So that's just kind of a fun little side experiment for us here. And for breeding animals, and then the water pythons. So I actually have a female with my little male here. I put them together, so this is empty, so I moved the female into here. And they're kind of hanging out in here. I don't know exactly what's going on, but she's looking big and fat, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, time to go home. I did this yesterday, so I know that there's no follicles there. So I have 1.2 of the Papuan water pythons. She is going back into her box, so that will be that. I have the pair of diversions. I don't think they're ready yet. I have those beautiful pair of Ridley, also not ready yet. So that's about it. I think we're looking at the landing eye, melanota, the papuensis, and what am I forgetting? And the water pythons. So 4 big projects for us. The Aesculapian snakes are kind of just a fun little project. Same with the bull snakes and all the corn snakes. Oh, and Elafe carnata king rat snakes as well. So sounds like we have about 5 like DMexotics like signature projects, and then the rest just kind of what I consider sort of like riffraff, I guess. So we're looking pretty empty out here. We'll get into the babies, like I said, later when it comes time to do a show preview, and we'll kind of just see how things go from there. So that is how we do it. That is how we're going to do it. And yeah, what else? What did I forget? This room will start dropping down in temperature for the ambient at night, of course, and outside during the day. When it gets cooler outside, this ambient will drop. I probably won't manipulate the thermostats too much. And yeah, and just food cycling, hit those females really heavy with food after they've been copulating and courting and all that, and just make sure those females are up to snuff with nutrition. And wish us luck for a good season. We'll see how it goes. And remember, this is just one spot. We have a whole big commercial breeding facility in Malaysia, and you guys are gonna obviously really soon get a look at that. So that's where all my other stuff is at. So over there and this combined is actually quite a lot of animals. and some really good stuff, some really interesting animals. So I have my fingers crossed, and that is it. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one. Take care.